Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher. And today we're going to take a look at the Tangle Deeday from CZT Angie Gittles. All right, this is a grid-based pattern, but what I'm going to show you is would be one box of them. And you can think of it as a fragment. And actually, you could just have this be the tangle kind of as it is. It's very neat looking. All right. Starts off with a big curved line going diagonal, like so. Then we're going to draw from the other direction, the other diagonal, a straight line. Okay? I was just thinking it doesn't matter which direction that you go. And I'm going to show you some samples in a grid format and how you can have fun with it. All right, then some spirals, or I like to call them curlicues, or speaking in more Zentangle ease. Well, no, it's not. It's sort of a printout, sort of. I mean, it is a spiral. So this is where I did have to take a little bit of a double take. So looking at it this way, so the curve line going up, for lack of a better way to say it. So curving up, we're going to put the spirals on the underside of that, if that makes sense. And we're going to start them off on this line here. I'm moving my tile because there's just a certain way that we like to draw things. My hand is sort of more comfortable doing it this way. So what I'm going to do is trace over this edge just a little bit and then come out and put my spiral. Then we're going to do it the opposite way here, and I just want to get it so there we go. I think this is the way that I like to. Seems like it counterclockwise. It doesn't. Everybody has their own way. You find whichever way is comfortable for you, so that way you can have consistency in them. That's the key, and that's why I'm always shifting to see, okay, what's comfortable for me, and that's why I say find what's comfortable for you. All right, same thing. I'm going to come down that box just a little bit. It's just a little bit, picturing how much space do I want to have for that spiral. Okay? So as you see, they're on the underside of that curve. Now, next step, we're going to do a little bit of a takeoff and land. So from this spiral, we're going to trace over, that's the takeoff part, trace over that curve, and it kind of launches you in a curve line coming down to this point. Like that. And, okay, it's going to have to be drawing away from me. A lot of times I like to draw towards, but I do want to do the takeoff part, although I could land. And sometimes air drawing helps, as you kind of, okay, is that going to feel comfortable? We're going to just do it. And there, yeah, and see, then I can land on there. It's better to land in the tracing over than to just stop, because it adds to the flow of it, and then also helps. Well, I should say, with that, then you get the nice merging feature instead of it, stopping and having a bump. Well, although you never know, sometimes I can have some good takeoff and lands and still end up having bumps, but this at least ensures a better chance. So it really doesn't ensure anything. That's where my brain was going. Like, it doesn't ensure anything, Heather. Okay. Yeah, your best chance. We'll call it that way. Okay. Last step before shading is coming from this side up here. We're going to do a couple more straight lines, and we're going to go into the middle of this curved line here. So basically subdividing, or just dividing, both of those spaces. And that's it. So then we can add some shading. But I thought, before I add the shading, because I didn't shade these samples, but I want to show you uh, the concept of using fragments in reticula. This is in Rick and Maria's book, Zentangle Primer, Volume 1. Hopefully they can do a Volume 2. Um, but they have some fragments already kind of planned out for you. But anything like this, you can turn into a fragment. And you can, one of those, you can create your own. And the idea is that you can take this, and this is one box, and then you could put it in the next box like this. You could put it in the next box like this or like this. It's up to you on how you want to play with it. And then these meta patterns will emerge depending on how you play with it. So this one, I decided I had them going with the curve line, so starting basically the way I did here, but then had it going out on all sides like that. So I just, turned the tile. It was definitely a rinse and repeat as the start. Okay. I did the opposite on this one. So I had it going in towards the center on this one. Now you could have them all going the same direction, or you could have them go, the top. Oh, maybe we can imagine if we had, like erase that line, but you could have. Wait, let's do this. Yeah. So I have them going. Yeah, two curving, towards the top, two curving down. It's just for your fun and whatever you envision. So I just wanted to share that because I thought, well, that's those are rather neat. So here's some ideas on shading. First off is, well, it depends on what you want to highlight. Honestly, I kind of like highlighting this figure. So in order to do that, let's just put some graphite up here. Oh, and I did have some other ideas, but that's okay. If you follow me daily, yesterday's, I was just like, and then the name is this. Oh no, it was from. Oh no, yesterday's Joust. Um, and we had a similar uh, fan shape where although the curve went the opposite direction, but you can still, with this shape, do the little rounding on each side and have that really, really neat look. You could also put orbs in. You could fill it in more than, just one division. You could divide it a couple times if you want to. I mean, that's what's fun, is that it's up to you and your creativity. And it is fun just to play. And then I think, here's what's neat. This creates a neat little scroll. And I think I might play on that with these samples. But what I'm going to do is here, no, I'll probably do it on both sides. But I'm going to be really careful with the amount of how far I bring it out, because I want to have some of this white tile, original tile color, in the center, so that way it will look like it's scrolled around, like it's turning. And I want to get rid of that pencil line. One thing I notice is this is a very well-loved tortillon, and having one that's well-loved, well-used is nice for some things, but then sometimes, especially if the graphite is stubborn or you're working on a smooth surface, having a new tortillon where you have more of the grooves are not all, worn and packed up with, I just want to soften that a little bit, packed up with graphite, it seems to move the graphite a little bit better. Or if you're working on something like that's smoother, like cardstock, it's helpful. And I've even really put it down on its side just to get it so the graphite will get caught up in those grooves. So there we go. One idea of shading. And you can have fun and play as much as you want with this, of course. Now, I do have links to the step outs in the description section. I do always do my own version, and then put in where it says for more inspiration, that would be a link to Angie's. Below that, ways to connect with me if you wish. I do classes almost twice a week. I have a lot of them that are free. I have some that are paid, so that way I can afford to do the free ones. And would love to have you join in on those. They're a lot of fun. Being that, let's say, at the time of this recording, when you check out the classes, just be careful to check out the dates, because we have holidays coming up, and especially our Thanksgiving is on a Thursday, so that Thursday will be on a Wednesday instead this time. So anyway, so just check that out. If you have any questions, do let me know. And if you liked the video, and I certainly hope you did, would love to have you click like. Feel free to share it and leave comments. And if you liked it enough to see more, would love to have you be a subscriber to the channel. Any and all of those activities helps me out, helps the channel out, helps, to in the algorithm stuff and all, so that way other people will see it. So I appreciate, as I said, any and all of those activities. And with that, thanks so much for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.